Hi, Mahitha. Welcome to the platform of YourPedia. And very, very
Hi,
congratulations. You got selected in BPCL campus placement, right?
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am.
Great. So, how did you feel when the results were out that Mahitha is going to be a part of BPCL now?
Yes, ma'am. So excited to join and to know what we'll be doing there.
Okay. So, Mahitha, this is going to be an informative session for all the ones who are actually preparing for BPCL, right? So,
Okay,
you
yes,
would
ma'am.
be guiding them with what kind of procedure is being followed for the campus placement and what are the expected HR questions, technical questions, what did you answer, and how long was the interview. So, it's going to be a brief discussion about your entire interview, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, very
Yes.
first, before we start with this whole long procedure of discussion, let's just introduce Mahitha to the public. And I would say that, Mahitha, it's better that you start with your introduction first. So please go
Yes, ma'am.
ahead.
I'm Mahitha. I'm from NIT Warangal. I'm currently in BTech final year in mechanical engineering, and I come from Kurnool, Andhra Pradesh. And my current CGPA is 8.73, which was very helpful for the placement process, especially BPCA.
So would you be guiding all the students to keep your placements at a good stake for the selection?
For especially for PSUs, ma'am, they will focus on CGPA. They will do shortlisting based on CGPA. So I would recommend you keep a higher CGPA, especially general category students.
And what about the co-curricular activities? I have heard that the campus placement is quite majorly involved your co-curricular skills because they don't want a nerdy fellow only. They want a person who is exceptionally good in multiple areas, right? So
Yes,
what's your viewpoint on it?
I was in different clubs in college. So I recommend that you be in one or two clubs also, other than studies. Either it be sports or any other responsibilities, anything. It's fine. I was in astronomy club and I was in NSS. So
So you ultimately agree that apart from being a studious person, you should be actually, you can say, equally indulged in maybe in the literary societies, be it some kind of a club or associations, NCC,
yes,
NSS, like whatever is there. Because
yes,
what I always see that apart from the project discussion in the interview, there is a discussion about your campus, about the activities that you do over there, or the leading career opportunities, right?
yes, ma'am.
And what is that one thing, Mahita, which is very important to crack any interview? What would be your advice?
I would say confidence.
Confidence. True. Truly. We all know that confidence is the key to success to
Yes, ma'am.
actually showcase your
Yes,
personality, right?
ma'am.
And the way you
Even
showcase
if you don't know something, you should look confident. You should be confident.
and how to look confident if you're not,
Ma'am?
how to look confident and if you're feeling nervousness and anxiety.
Yes, we should control that nervousness. We should be confident
Well,
enough.
and we can put a smile on the face, right?
Yes,
That
ma'am.
by putting a smile, I think that the girls can hide their anxiety very well.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So let's get back to the any kind of a past failures, Naita, before your successful journey, which we'll be discussing now. Any of the failure which you have faced, or any of the interview in the campus or something you were not able to crack. Was there any?
Yes, I was selected for internship in TVS Motors. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought I'll get PPO in the TVS itself, but they didn't offer me PPO, but they offered some other students. I would say that was not my failure. But so first I got very sad, but then I started preparing for other placements.
Truly, I would say that many students are preparing for the campus. Sometimes they're not able to make up in one of them, right? So you feel demotivated, but you would be a beautiful example for them that even if you got rejected or you're not able to move in one part, you can do extremely good and that too in a very wonderful PSU like
Yes,
BPCL.
ma'am.
And let's get to the day back to your interview day. So you remember your interview day?
Yes, ma'am. I remember that very well.
So just in short, tell us the procedure, how the BPCL actually shortlists a candidate. Like, is there any way they do it out?
Yes, ma'am. They will shortlist based on CGPA and
Mm-hmm.
they will take 10 members from general category, 5 from OBC, 3 from SC ST.
Okay, so they are
So
dividing
top.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the weightage
Then
divided.
they will give two forms to us to fill, Form A, Form B. Form A will
Mhm.
mostly consist of information, general information about us. Form B has some questions about us, like achievements, biggest failure, what is your motivation to join your field, like that.
Okay. So, you would like to tell us that in form you should be very much realistic or you should be bluffing. What is your advice?
No, we should not bluff. They will recheck everything in every step. So it would be better if we are honest in that.
That means honesty and not bluffing in your forms is very much advisable, right?
They will
Okay,
find out easily if we are bluffing.
truly. And what about the panel? When you just face the panel, how many people were there in the total who were taking your interview?
Total four people were there in first round and three people were there in second round.
Okay, 2 rounds were there.
Yeah, two rounds. Also.
So in the 4 people in the very first round, what were the questions? What it was more of HR, technical, and was there any female? You can say that
Yes,
the
ma'am.
panel was divided
In
or
first
all?
round, out of four, one female member was there. She was related to HR department, and other three were asking technical questions. So it was a mix of both technical and HR.
Okay, so in first round it was a mix of both, right? So could you just tell me some of the questions that you could recall?
Yeah, I wrote it down, ma'am. First, they asked me to introduce myself. Then they asked me to briefly explain about my project and some basic questions they asked from that project only. Then they started asking from the form. Like
Mm-hmm.
you wrote some, like I wrote, my father is my inspiration to join mechanical. So they were asking, how do you say his inspiration? How did he inspire you like that?
Mm-hmm.
Then they asked, what are your favorite subjects? I
Mm-hmm.
told thermodynamics, IC engines, and strength of materials. Then from that, they started asking like difference between auto cycle and diesel cycle. They asked. Then they asked, what are your strengths?
Mm-hmm.
Then they asked, what is surface tension? Give examples in real life examples. And they
Mm-hmm.
asked, ductile materials will fail in brittle way when it will fail like that. Then
Okay.
in between, HR ma'am was also asking questions like, if conflicts arise in a team, how will you
Mm.
be able to handle them?
Okay.
Why do you think conflicts arise in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
Like that. They were basic questions. I couldn't answer everything. Like I couldn't answer correctly everything, but half of those I answered. Still, they were giving hints in between.
Okay. So they were very cooperative, I would say, when you were answering them, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So how many questions do you think that you were able to answer?
I was able to answer almost 75%. 25% technical part I was not able to answer. Still, they didn't. It's okay, they told.
So that
Then they
means
asked general questions like what movie you watched last time, like general
to
to
make you
ease tension,
right. Yeah.
to make me comfortable.
Yeah, so they asked you some generic questions also to make you comfortable. And one very important thing that you mentioned right now, Maita, that it's not important that you should answer everything, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But you should not be lying. You should be extremely, you
Yes,
can say, in that position to agree that, yeah, sorry, sir, I'm not aware about it.
yes,
Right.
ma'am.
How long was the very first round?
It was about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Not very long, not very short. So
No,
every student was getting 20 minutes
yeah,
around
every people 20 minutes.
20 minutes. So once you came back from the first round, were you sure that you will be selected for the second?
I was thinking there is a 50% chance that I'll get selected. There's a 50% chance I won't get selected. I was waiting for the students who are selected in first round. They are giving form C, another form. So they are calling one by one, giving. They are not calling my name. I was waiting whether I'll get selected or not. Then finally they called and they gave form C.
Okay, that's so cute. Okay, then go for the second round. What were the questions that were asked in second?
Okay, second round was the main thing here, ma'am. So first they asked to introduce myself, and two panel members were there in the room, and another person was there in virtually in laptop.
Okay, so in the first round there were four, and one was a female. All three were the male, but everyone was asking you the question. In
Yes,
second round, all people were different, right? And one was
yes.
virtually available. The other two were like males or female. It was like a division of
Two
this
males were there in room, one female was there in lab virtually.
on the laptop, right? And how many people were shortlisted for the second round? Like, what was the elimination ratio?
So whomever they thought are somewhat better, they selected almost 70% they selected.
70%, right? Okay. So for the second round, So can you just tell me that now it was more of HR or technical?
It was completely HR.
Completely HR. That's so good. And how long that the second round run?
It was for about half an hour.
30 minutes, right? And I think
Yeah.
that they are going to judge every part of your personality through the HR round, right?
Yeah.
It's not
Yes.
about your knowledge, it's about your confidence, about your personality and the
Yes.
communication skills and everything. So now let's
Everything.
call all the questions that were there in the second round, Mahita.
Yes, ma'am. For they didn't even ask me to introduce myself properly. They only introduced themselves and started asking questions. They
Okay.
asked, in the last 4 years, what do you think is your biggest achievement and why? I
Okay.
started telling about one internship. They stopped me and told, I don't want to know technical part of that. I just want to know why do you think it is your achievement? So they
Okay.
wanted to know more about myself than about my project.
Hmm.
Then I started telling why I want. First, they were not satisfied. Then they started asking, okay, tell me about another. Then I started telling about another project or something without technical aspects. Then they were satisfied somewhat. I thought it's okay now. Then they asked, this project you explained about, you didn't complete it till testing part. So tell me about something where you completed it till testing part. So I told some project and that they were satisfied there. Then they asked, same question, how is your father your inspiration? Why do you think how, in what way he inspired? I told
Mm-hmm.
something, but cross questions they were asking, like in
So in
between
did you
what we
mention
say.
your parents or something? Because they were asking you questions related to it, na?
In the part B, they gave, from that, they were asking.
Okay, so everything was entirely from the form then.
Huh?
Everything was entirely from the form.
Yes, ma'am. Three
Oh,
forms together.
okay, fine, right. Yeah.
Then they asked about my positions of responsibility. I
Mm-hmm.
was a block representative in hostel, so they focused more on that thing. They asked, why do you want to join BPCL? So
Mm-hmm.
that was the main question. They were very satisfied by my answer. That he told good answer. I thought this is the question I will get selected, pakka. Then
That's nice. Okay.
Then they asked, "Can you relocation is okay for you? Can you stay anywhere?" Those questions, and if we simply answer, it's not enough. We have to explain why. Like we will say yes for if they ask relocation, but we have to explain why we are okay with that. They will
True.
expect explanation also.
Yeah.
Then they asked, "Are you interested in business or marketing or any technical aspect?" I told this is a phase where we should prove ourselves first. So anything is okay for me. I will learn anything like
Right.
that. And they told any role is also okay for you. I told okay. They told thank you.
So I didn't ask you like anything you would like to ask us or something, no?
I expected they'll ask, but they didn't ask in any wrong.
Okay. And not about any of the, you can say, website related questions. It was completely HR, nothing about the products and services and all that, no?
No. For some other people, they asked about products of BPCL, but for me, they didn't ask.
Okay. So it varied, but particularly more of the questions in BPCL were HR round in the second one, right?
Yeah, it was the deciding factor.
Yeah, okay, that's good. And now, Mahitha, one very important thing. Before you were leaving for the second round now, like when you were coming out of the interview room, did you feel that yes, now I have done it and I am going to be a part of BPCL?
Yes, ma'am. I was very confident that my interview was good. I thought they are very satisfied. They are happy. Like, they are smiling. They
No,
told good also. So I thought, okay, it went very well.
the moment they ask about the relocation and all that stuff, now I've seen that they ask normally to those people who are very near to the selection procedure. And that answer is
Yes,
a kind of a turning and twist. If you answer it good, you
yes,
are in, otherwise, you could not
yes,
be
ma'am.
selected. That's the way. Okay.
Just yes won't be enough. I told if we are how much far we are from home, that much we'll be able to learn. So it's okay for me. I think it's better for me.
That's nice.
Then they
Okay.
asked your parents are okay if you go far. I told they only encouraged me to go far.
Okay, that's good. Now, Mahitha, I would like to ask you one more thing. Did they ask you
Yes.
about the name, meaning of your name, Mahitha? I was very much excited to know about the meaning of your name.
No, they didn't ask Mahi means earth.
Okay,
So person who came from earth, Mahita.
that's Mahitha. Okay. Now, last thing, Mahitha, before we just, you beautifully explained about your entire interview, about the round one, round two, what has been the question so far. And I think this is going to be really useful for all the students who are planning to be a part of BPCL. Any one advice you would like to give to the students?
If it is a campus placements, I will say keep your CGPA above 8.5. And if you don't know technical part also, it's okay. Half you can answer. You keep two, three subjects perfectly that you know these. If they ask your favorite subjects, you should be able to tell at least three. My friend told one or two. They asked only two subjects out of 36 subjects you were favorite. That's why you should be able to tell at least three to five favorite subjects. You should be thorough with those.
Yeah.
And that's it. From HR part is only about confidence and our answers.
So everyone should stay confident, just be practicing to the most, and I think that is going to help them to crack the interviews.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Thank you so much, Mahita. I think that was a wonderful interacting with you, and
Yeah.
it was really a good interaction. I had a good time. Okay.
Thank
I'm
you,
wishing
ma'am.
you the best for your career, for the future growth, and I hope you go great ahead over there. Okay.
Yeah.
All the best, dear. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you.
Ma'am. Bye.